Yes, pretty welcome back to another YouTube video. I am doing my final four Premier League predictions for every game week. So we'll see the table, the relegation. In my opinion, I'm a Spurs fan, so I'll be non-biased in the relegation zone. Um, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm road to 300 subscribers then truly on. So let's get into this. So the first game is Leeds versus Burnley. Leeds have been really good in the recent weeks. They just come off a good versus good game versus Leeds. So I'm saying I think it'll be like a 2-1 win to Leeds. I think Leeds. Yes, they lost to Chelsea, but a new manager bounce here and there. But Leeds did play really well. Now Brentford versus West Ham. Now here is the trickiest one from them all. Is that Brentford had just come off a loss on Monday night versus Man United, but they played really, really well. Janssen was ticking the ball here and there to Sade and Okata. Thiago had loads of chances, did not bury them at all. But West Ham, West Ham are really good in a low block now. But they've got a good players off the bench. Gordovic, Carrot, Lewin to score. The referees are not good with them, but we won't go there. But yeah, I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Brentford. I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Brentford. I think Brentford will just get that win just to keep West Ham's survival hopes a bit low. Okay, but yeah, I think David Moyes is a good manager. I don't know what happened, but we'll see at the end what the table will look like. Newcastle versus Brighton now. This is where I see Eddie Howe locking in with his brain, locking in what star to play, what players to bring on, what this, what that. I think they'll score two, but now it's on to Brighton. Brighton have played really good under Hurtsula. The last couple of games have played good. The last game, good against Spurs. Got the late snatch against Spurs. I'm going to go over 2-1 win to Newcastle. I think they'll finally get that unbeaten streak gone. I think they'll get the win. Eddie Howe just needs to keep ticking. Wolves, Sunderland. Wolves played really bad against Spurs. So did Spurs. They played really bad as well. They just got a lucky Polino goal. So in that game, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go over 1-0 to win to Sunderland. Get a goal. Done. Move on to the next game. So yeah, Sunderland's been really, really good this season. But they've surprised all of us. Now Arsenal versus Fulham. Let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal just come off a win against. I can't remember who it was now. 1-0 win against Newcastle. Wasn't pretty. The result wasn't pretty. It wasn't good, but they got the result. That's the main thing. Results are all you need in these last final four games. Just results. But they have Eze out. I don't know. I didn't watch the Arteta press conference, so I'm not a Spurs fan. But they do have Eze out and Havertz, but I don't know for how long. So I'm just going to say 1-0 Arsenal win. I just think Arsenal have the much better quality. But Fulham did beat Villa at the weekend, so that's kind of a thingy. But I just see Arsenal scoring low block done. But yeah, that's my result. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. Now, Bournemouth are unbeaten in 14. They're playing absolutely amazing under Iriola. His last couple of games for Bournemouth. Tavernier playing amazing. Krupi's playing good. Evan Nielsen, Ryan. Who else is there? Senesi, Trafford, Petrovic. They're all playing amazing. So I'm gonna say I think they'll score two. But Palace, they do play on the Thursday night. Conference League football. And I think if they win this Thursday, they can just rest players because they're probably safe. So I'm just going to go over 2-1 win to Bournemouth. Man United Liverpool. Now, this is the biggest game of the weekend. I think Man United will win. I think Man United will generally win this game. But I don't know how many by. Yeah, I'm gonna say a two. I'm gonna say a 2-2. I'm gonna go over 2-2 draw just to be safe because yeah. I think Liverpool played really good. Last 3 Premier League games, 3 Premier League wins. Isaac's back on the scoring, White's back with the goals. And Man United beat a good Brentford side under Keith Andrews. And now the biggest game of them all, Villa Tottenham. As a Tottenham fan, I will be honest and thinking with you lot, Villa have just lost to Fulham and they're about to play midweek versus Nottingham Forest, biggest game, semi-final of the Europa League. So I'll be brutally honest here. I think they'll score, and I think we will score. I'm gonna say 1-1 draw. I think we'll get a draw, but I still think we'll be in the relegation zone after that week. But we'll go on. But I'm being honest. My head says 2-1 win to Spurs. No, my head says 2-1 win to Villa. My gut says 1-1, and my heart says 2-1 to Spurs. But I'm gonna go with my head, so I'm saying 1-1. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had just come up on a big, probably game this midweek. I'm just going to say a 2-1 win to Chelsea. Man City Everton. Everton just come off an unlucky win last week against Chelsea. VAR decisions. David Moyes is very good against big teams. He plays low block, good intensity, good pressing. But I'm going to say just a 3-1 win to Man City. They just have to win. Right, calculate all that. So we have Arsenal top, City second, United third, Liverpool fourth, Villa fifth. In relegation zone, we have Leeds on 43, Forest on 39, West Ham on 36, and Tottenham Hotspur on 35. Game week 36. So game week 36, the first game is Liverpool versus Chelsea. A big game. Really big game, this one, but I don't know about this game. I'm thinking of a draw. And Liverpool and Chelsea are probably thinking about Champions League football. But Chelsea, they're both. I don't know about this game because they're both good sides. And I don't know what can count them out. Liverpool probably, I'm just going to say 1-1 draw. Boring, but hey, who cares? Sunderland versus United. United, if they after beating, in my opinion, drawing to Liverpool, probably have a bit more of a momentum with them. I think Sunderland. I'm going to say a 3-1 win to United. Brighton versus Wolves, 3-0 Brighton. Wolves not good enough. Fulham Bournemouth. I think Fulham will score, but I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Bournemouth. City Brentford. That game's a hard one, City Brentford's a really hard game. I honestly think it'll be like a 2-1 scrappy game to City. You got Haaland, Semenyo, Cherky, and Palace Everton. I think Palace will be very tired after playing their midweek game. So I'm just going to say a 2-1 win to Everton. Burnley Villa, don't speak about that. 4-0 win to Villa. Just don't speak about that. Okay, Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle. Nottingham Forest probably tired after that Villa game. They might be free, they might not. So I'm just going to say a 2-1 win to Newcastle. Newcastle probably good after that win. West Ham Arsenal. Actually, no. Newcastle. West Ham Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win that. Probably. Yeah. I think Arsenal win that probably because title. Um, yeah, probably just title on that. Tottenham Leeds. Okay, I think Leeds after beating. Yeah, wait, did I say they'll beat? Yeah, after beating Burnley, I don't think they'll have that much pressure on this game. So I'm going to go over 2-1 into Spurs here. I'm not being biased or anything. I just think that. So let's calculate all of that. Right, first you have we only do fifth and then relegation. So Arsenal first on 79, Man City on 76 second, Man United 65 in third, Liverpool 60 and fourth, Villa 59, relegation zone Leeds on 43, Nottingham Forest on 39, Tottenham on 38, West Ham in 18th with 36. Down to the second to last game of the season. Right. Villa versus Liverpool. Villa a really good side under United. I'm just going to say a 2-1 win to Villa. Yeah. United Forest. I think United just been to. I'm going to say 2-1 win to United. No, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw actually. I think Nottingham Forest should have enough. Brentford Palace. 2-1 win to Brentford. Everton Sunderland. I think Everton and Sunderland will have European thoughts, so I'm just going to go over 1-1 draw there. Leeds Brighton, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. 2-0 win to Fulham versus 2-1 win to Fulham. Wolves versus Fulham. Newcastle West Ham, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw there. Arsenal Burnley, 4-0 win to Arsenal. Bournemouth City, I think it will just be like a 1-1 draw. City, City, Man City versus Bournemouth, 2-1 to City. Right, Chelsea versus Spurs. Now, listen to me on this. I don't think we'll win, but I think we'll draw or loss. Chelsea with that big wind up against Man City in the FA Cup final. So I'm going to go over 1-1 draw here. I think we'll draw. That game. Let's calculate all of that. Man City first, Arsenal first, City second, Man United third, Aston Villa fourth, Liverpool fifth. Bottom, Tottenham Hotspur on Nottingham Forest on 40, Tottenham Hotspur on 39, West Ham bottom 18th 37. Now goes the last game of the season. Sunderland Chelsea, I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Sunderland. Brighton Man United, a 1-1 draw, as always. Palace 2. Palace Arsenal. Palace Arsenal might be a big game, this. I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Arsenal just. Ooh. Yeah. Burnley Wolves, I'm just going to say 1-0 win to Burnley. Fulham Newcastle, 1-1 draw. Let me see anything in that game. Liverpool Brentford. I think just because it's at Anfield, I'll say a 2-1 win to Brentford. Okay, Man City, Villa, 2-1 Man City. Forest, Bournemouth, I'll just say a 2-2 draw. Tottenham, Everton, I think we'll win. I think we'll win this game 2-1. I think we'll win this game 2-1. West Ham Leeds, I think West Ham will win that 2-1. Okay. This is the table, what I think will be, in my opinion. This. Arsenal first with 85 points. Man City second with a game in hand on 82. Manchester United on 67 points on third. Fourth, Liverpool with 63. Fifth, Villa with 62. Bournemouth, sixth with 56. Brighton on seventh on 55. Brentford eighth. Chelsea ninth. Sunderland 10th. Fulham Fulham 11th, Everton 12th, Newcastle 13th, Leeds 14th, Palace 15th, Spurs 16th on 42 points, Nottingham Forest 41, 18th West Ham on 40. Tell me in the comments that's big, man. What results should I go for Tottenham West Ham? Let's look at that. Tottenham West Ham and Forest. Oh, let's look at Tottenham West Ham and Forest. Game week 38, I said West Ham. Let's go from week 36. 35, I said. Yeah. Yeah, son. Tell me in the comments what you guys